Hey guys, welcome to a part one of our E3 discussions on Wired.
Witty.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to break down some of the, I guess you could say more popular press conferences or the ones that drew our attention. We're going to give you guys some of our opinions about it. What we thought was...
Oh my god, 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 what the fuck?
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Shut up! Okay.
Random white dude talking on my screen.
So the first conference we're going to talk about is Bethesda. We're going to give some of our opinions, what we thought was best out of the show, what we thought was probably decent, maybe didn't get enough mention, kind of our second favorite thing, if you will. We're going to give our basically could care less sort of segment, and then our overall what we scored. Now, Witty and I briefly discussed this about Bethesda, and we have somewhat opposing opinions. Mm-hmm. So you think it was a really boring, very bad press conference. I didn't think it was completely terrible. I don't think it was super strong, not their strongest by any means, and could have been a lot better. So the first thing I wanted to discuss about it was how they presented it. I liked the little carnival theme. It was cute. Yeah. I heard a complaint. It was, the presenter guy only came in at the beginning and then again at the end.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Me neither. Sony's was more the same way, and I would prefer it because, we're going to get another conference discussions, but whenever a presenter gets up there and takes too much time, it gets annoying, and they don't really say anything super great about it anyways. You hear a lot of, you've never seen anything like it. Best ever. So fascinating, amazing, all these power words, and it's just whatever. Just show us the game, get up the fuck off the stage, maybe give us a release date, maybe some feature about the game that wasn't in your video, and then get the fuck off. But I like the actual video theme. Now, I will say there were a couple points that drug. One for me was the whole mod thing, especially with you. I guess they're gonna have paid mods.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So, you know how the community has, the mods that are in, the special edition now, and on the computer, which has been through Nexus mods, forever.
The free ones seem to kick enough ass.
God, yeah.
Why the fuck would you need to pay for any?
These are ones that are developed by, developers that are, this is, people in the business, and apparently, they'll be compatible no matter what. So, I mean, I guess I can see it's basically just,
high-end add-ons.
Yeah.
I get
transactions.
I get the appeal of mods. It adds a lot more value to your game or longevity. Yeah. It kind of makes the game funny or quirky in some ways, but paid mods, I was like, I don't know about that. And then the whole Quake stuff, with the whole tournament thing. I get there's a crowd for that.
Yeah.
Make money off of video games. That's badass, being a badass at those games, but never been that great at Quake and the whole money tournament. I don't think it's going to really appeal too much to the masses.
And the whole thing where they did the video of them coming in like superheroes and sitting down at a desk. All right, well.
Could have did without.
Cool.
I don't know if they just threw that in there to create more things. Now, I'm going to give them props. Major props for their VR push. We needed to make VR serious. We needed good third-party games, solid games, and Bethesda makes those. So not only are we going to get Doom VFR, we're going to get Fallout 4 VFR, and then Sony announced in their conference for Skyrim VR. Yeah. Now, I will say this, I'm sure most people will probably be able to only play those games for limited periods of time in VR without puking their fucking guts out. But nice, big, meaty, expansive games like that, I'm sure they're not going to work as great in VR as they do currently, but it's still a nice little touch.
Yeah.
And we needed some really strong VR titles for it to go the extra mile. And then another cute little things was I liked was the little Elder Scrolls Hearthstone card game. Mm-hmm. If done right, I think that could be awesome. I think Hearthstone needs some good competition. I like little digital card games. You saw me, I play the fuck out of Gwent.
Yeah.
Gwent's fun as fuck to me, so I thought that was a cute little add-on. Wasn't expecting it. And then we got to see The Evil Within 2.
Well, I like that. I thought that was probably one of the highlights.
I actually was a little skeptical because the first one kind of it was very pretty. It was very stealth based, very challenging too, which I liked. I just wasn't completely blown away by the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I knew instantly as soon as the trailer started playing, oh, that's Evil Within 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was more shocked at it because I was at first was like, and then once they started showing some of the gameplay, I was like more out in the open in a city.
Yeah.
And freaky shit occurred. I was all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the high points. I mean, I definitely think they have a good something good with that, and I think that can it be potentially the next Resident Evil? Not
Maybe.
Maybe, but I thought it was done very well.
Not to mention the perfect release date for that game. Fucking October, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And then we also got to see the Wolfenstein, which is a hilarious. I mean, it was serious and hilarious. The New Order was pretty kick-ass, and to see more games come out for Wolfenstein was good.
Yeah, I think that's a game that doesn't get its dues. And I think very much, like when you compare Doom and that game, I can see the influences of when Wolfenstein came out. I could see that in Doom, and the new Wolfenstein. Like I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. Well, thank God they have this.
I will say, yeah, I was a bit disappointed that we didn't get to see some sort of new IP. I mean, I think that's what everybody kind of wanted to see.
Yeah.
That's what everyone was hoping, and we didn't get it. But I think the reason behind it even is one of the strongest points when the guy did come back out on the stage and says, oh, by the way, all that shit you guys saw coming out this year.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Especially, and I forgot to mention, too, the fucking Skyrim for the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm not a Switch owner currently. Once we get to our Nintendo discussion, you'll hear my impressions on it. I love the idea of a Skyrim you can basically take with you anywhere. Mm-hmm. My only reserve is I already own Skyrim for like 2 different platforms, so it would be one of those things I'd probably wait for significant price drops.
Yeah.
But that's cool. The Skyrim you can take anywhere with you. It's fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, the whole fucking everything coming out this year was just like, that's awesome. Nobody else did that. Most of the shit we saw from all the other conferences is all next year shit.
Yeah, next year stuff. Yeah.
And that's if we're lucky. So I love that Bethesda does that, is that everything you saw is coming out this year. So granted, like whatever they're probably currently working on isn't they're finished enough.
Yeah, it's probably kept really.
It takes time to make these things, so we
got
to be a little lenient. All right, so I will ask you this. Now, that's kind of our little wrap up. I get the gripes, but I also don't think it was as weak as what people think or say it is. So what was your favorite thing about the Bethesda conference?
Wolfenstein
like the best in show. The Wolfenstein?
Probably followed close by, I don't know if I had to pick, either it's tied between Evil Within 2 and Dishonored 2 DLC.
Okay, so like your honorable mentions is both Evil Within 2 and the Dishonored 2 DLC announcement. Okay. No, that's really good. And yeah, I totally forgot about the Dishonored 2. It does look really great. My best in show, my favorite was Evil Within 2. As the trailer started, I was really like, and then as it got to going, I was like, I wanted to play it. Mm-hmm. And one thing too for the channel, seeing we haven't done a survival horror in a while, I'm thinking about we fire up the first one here soon. Yeah. And maybe start doing that for the channel, go back through it. I'll probably do like New Game Plus for it. Mm-hmm. And we'll maybe go through that, because you didn't get to see the whole game, and I love giving Sasha nightmares. My honorable mention was the Elder Scrolls card game. If done right, I love digital card games. As long as it's not overwhelmed by like microtransactions and shit like that, I'll play the fuck out of it. I hate those games that just overwhelmed with some sort of you have to
counter,
pay for it,
or
or
you have to wait, or you can buy more.
Time, it's just I don't do any of that, Bethesda. Please don't.
They didn't with the other mobile game they came out with.
Oh yeah, the Fallout.
For Shelter.
I mean, they did like you could pay like for the lunchboxes thing, but you didn't really have to even do that. But as far as like you could sit there and play it for hours and not be hindered by something other than. Like, it takes a while for your guy to go out there in the wasteland and get stuff. But either way, it was a great little mobile game, and I can't wait to see what it comes with. What was your... don't give a fuck about the Bethesda show point. Like, what really did you dislike most?
Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but... I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. It does have, apparently, according to them, 10 million people that play it. That's a lot, so it's obviously popular.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into any MMOs. World of Warcraft did a good job of sucking my life away for a few years. And I just rather not. I would much rather get another Elder Scrolls standalone, not have to do online.
Yeah.
They're obviously going to push that bitch for a while. And
Oh,
hopefully it won't be forever until we get a standalone. But I can see your point. Mine could care less. We already talked about it a little bit. Was that whole fucking Quake tournament sort of thing. It just didn't do it. Like, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, with a close second of those payable mods.
How is it any different than Unreal Tournament? How is it any different than any of those other fast-paced shooters that are competitive?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the compete for money thing is usually done by a very niche crowd, and
we don't talk to any of them.
No, and we don't belong to any of them because we suck, so there's that. So my overall report card, if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a solid B. It was a solid B in my book. What would you give it as if you had to give it a grade?
C.
A C? That's fine. I mean, I can see. But I think next year we'll probably see more from Bethesda, especially if they continue the whole trend of, by the way, like that fucking game? Be about later this year. And so, oh my fucking god, like they did Fallout 4. That was great. So, alright, so that's going to do it for our Bethesda. Do come back. We're going to talk about other press conferences regarding Ubisoft, Nintendo, Microsoft, as well as Sony. We're going to discuss all those press conferences. Stay tuned and let us know what you guys think.
See ya.
Later.